All right. We had a Deonna Purrazzo interview backstage with Gia Miller. Deonna said she could be Knockouts champion forever. Says she's going to go to the ring and issue an open challenge. So that left for open for a potential surprise. Then we go to commercial and come back with another backstage interview. It was Sammy Callahan with Gia Miller. Man, she gets around the back of the locker room pretty fast. Sammy was approached by a security guard who said there was a warrant out for Sammy's arrest. Said he had assaulted someone. Sammy, he gets swarmed by all the security guards and they take him away. Then we go to the ring and we see Deonna Purrazzo in the ring, and her open challenge is answered by Lady Frost. The Lady Frost we heard about weeks ago, but are just now seeing on television.
That we were excited about when we heard, but
Yes. Now this was basically a squash.
yeah.
And we can talk about this in just a moment. But the aftermath of the match, Gail Kim comes out, and she's talking to Deonna Purrazzo, and Deonna's like, "Hey, I accept your challenge. Me and you at Slammiversary." And Gail's like, "No, it's not me. I got nothing left to prove in the wrestling business. But if you want to prove you're the greatest, you have to face an opponent of our choosing at Slammiversary." So they set up the mystery opponent for Deonna Purrazzo at Slammiversary. So I need a couple of reactions from you real quick, BQ. One, what'd you think of the debut of Lady Frost? And two, what do you think of the mystery opponent set up for Slammiversary?
First, I'm gonna comment on the two backstage segments. Usually, I fast forward through them because I'm tired of the fucking song. But
Whoa,
dude,
whoa.
so usually I fast forward. But these ones I was watching. First, I want to say you're right, and I always talk about the editing. They've done this multiple times where Gia has back-to-back interviews in different parts of the arena, and you want to give the perception that it's a live show, and they don't do that. It was like there was some segment that happened tonight that was like a real big deal, and then all of a sudden Josh Matthews was like, oh, when he was this here when he was Sammy was arrested, he's just like, whoa, Sammy. Anyway, so back to the action. Like, God, like you gotta,
Oh, that Sammy Callahan.
yeah, you know. And I have 15 years of law enforcement experience, and I do right now. I do like contracted private security and stuff like that. This whole like the sheriff walking up in his face, like I'm looking for Sammy Callahan, and being like a foot away from him, and trying to arrest the dude, like horrible. I'm just watching
I've
that
been like, never seen him. I'll let
with
you
the
know.
training. Yeah, I'm just like, what are you doing? But yeah, horrible acting, horrible. Sammy's was great, but um, so so first we use the term debut like really loosely here. We were excited about this. We're like, oh damn, some fresh young talent for the knockouts division. And then I saw she was on NWA, and then she's done AEW stuff already. I'm like, dude, she's just making the rounds. Like I knew at that point, I was like, dude, this isn't a knockout. She's just there for whatever reason. She answers an open challenge, which is kind of silly because if you're on an episode saying, hey, I'm doing an open challenge tonight, like where does this random competitor come from? That
Right.
that kind of shit is just always so odd to me. But we use the term debut very loosely because this was pretty much a squash. She got to show a little bit of what she can do. She didn't just like get her ass kicked, but um, I wouldn't assume we're gonna see her again. I shouldn't say that because usually when Impact brings someone on, it seems they have like a 2 or 3 match deal. So she might use BTI or something like that. But that's what it always seems to be. At least like a 2 match deal to get them to actually give a shit about coming out. So um, it did nothing for me because I was just like, I didn't feel she was a knockout. I didn't feel like I was watching a new knockout by any stretch of the imagination. And then what was the other thing? The Gail Kim?
Yeah. Gail
I
Kim
thought
coming
this
out
was
to drop the mystery opponent stipulation on Deonna for Slammiversary.
this was one like when I heard that music hit, like I was like, damn, like Gail Kim, like I sat there and popped in my bed watching the show. Like I, this was great. It was such a nice touch. And exactly what you said about, oh, I know where this is going, and I thought like she was challenging her, dude. It was so well done, and this was what I was looking for a couple of weeks ago when they had an Anthem representative come out. Like you could have used Gail Kim, um, and you should have used Dixie Carter, to be completely fucking honest. If you want to make some serious
That would have been good. That actually would have been good
because she is
because
part of,
people would have been talking.
yeah. And then it's like that Tommy Dreamer hit music. I said, oh my god,
Right.
I was so fucking pissed off. And we're gonna get to Tommy Dreamer here again later. But yo, Gail, she came out. I was like, dude, this was great. I loved it. They ruled out Ruby Riott as a possibility here. She would have been one of the more star-studded opponents. They did confirm it's going to be someone from outside the company. I was very concerned it was going to be Taylor Wilde or Sue Young. I think they're kind of teasing that a little, but this was just this was great. Loved it.
So yeah, I all right. So look, so since we're running a little longer than I thought we would, let's go ahead and get into a little bit right now. So for the mystery opponent for Deonna at Slammiversary, I'm a little nervous. Because I feel like it's going to be Chelsea Green, and I like Chelsea Green. But to me, Chelsea Green is the equivalent of Eric Young coming in Slammiversary last year, which is like somebody who you're glad to see back. You know they're going to do good work. You hope they're going to do good work, but
you expected it to.
Not like this wouldn't fall into the category of a good surprise. You know what I mean? This wouldn't fall into the category of a surprise that people are going to be excited about. And that needs to be the name of the game for Impact Wrestling. Give me something that people are going to be excited about. I'm glad that the match is not with Gail Kim. I'm glad that it's not with Gail Kim because I don't want to just she did that with Tessa Blanchard. They had a banger, and that really put Tessa over in the eyes of a lot of fans. I think that was really, in a lot of people's eyes, the turning point in Tessa Blanchard's career as far as like really putting her on the level, like boom, like you going with somebody who everybody respects, everybody knows is a great, and she had, not only did she win the match, but like she performed with her, and that was a great moment for Tessa, but it wouldn't be the same thing for Deonna Purrazzo. That's no disrespect to Deonna Purrazzo, but it's just that the luster is off because Gail already did this for Tessa. You know what I mean? So she can't put the stamp on you too. They're going to have to find a good opponent for her. Again, I think it's probably going to be Chelsea Green. And, not that I wouldn't be excited I'd be more excited if Chelsea Green showed up on just a regular episode of Impact than if she showed up. As a matter of fact, that's what they should do. Sign somebody, have Deonna beat them at Slammiversary, then have Chelsea Green come out at the post-show tapings,
right?
The post pay-per-view tapings to get a big pop and get people excited. But yeah, I just, I don't know who's out there right now. I don't know. It could be like Billy Kay or Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce can wrestle though. Peyton Royce can wrestle. I think a lot of people maybe don't give her enough credit because, the Iconics was a comedy act, but Peyton Royce can go. So there are options, and I'm really curious and interested to see what they're going to do. I'm thinking it's going to be Chelsea Green. So I think I'll probably be a little disappointed if it is Chelsea Green.
I would be too. I would like to see her back. If she comes back, I don't think it'd be more than a few month deal. What would you think if it was Mickie James? I don't think it will be, but there's a possibility because you're doing the pay-per-view.
If it was Mickie James, I know it will be a great match. Yeah. I know that Mickie James will come out there and they will put on a banger. I'd expect Deonna to tap her out, but they would have a banger. That's what I would totally expect. And that'd be great, right? But here's the thing. Impact doesn't have a problem putting on great TV. They don't. Impact puts on good TV a lot. But what are you going to do that people are going to be excited about? What are you going to do? You got 2 days of tapings that you need people to come in for after Slammiversary. What are you going to do that's going to make people go out of their way to pack in the Skyway Studios for 4 shows in 2 days after Slammiversary? You know what I mean? That's what Impact needs to figure out, because that the word needs to get out after this show that you need to get your ass to Tennessee, to Skyway Studios, to pack in and be excited about this product, right? So this show needs to create some buzz. And that's the biggest thing with everything with Impact right now. What are you doing that's creating buzz?
And as you said, if it was Mickey James, Lester would be off because she's already appeared on NWA. I know Billy Corgan said he wouldn't work with Impact. Mickey James isn't actually contracted to NWA. I'm sure she will be at some point, but she's working more behind the scenes. She's doing the all women's pay per view, which is here in St. Louis, so will be there for that. So I'm really excited for it. But
I tell you who I would love. That would be an A plus home run for me. Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa, dog. She is good. She is good. I've seen her go with everybody from Allison Kay to Britt Baker. You know what I mean? And Thunder Rosa can go, man. She can go. I would love to see her and Deonna Purrazzo just thug it out. Like this. And again, this can be another one where, you know what? Maybe you sign Chelsea Green and you have the match with Chelsea Green, but Thunder Rosa comes out after to be like, yo, I got next. You know what I mean? And you're building to the next show.
Right. I think I could see something like that happening. I'm a little worried they're going to overbook it with like Sue Young coming out and shit like that. I'm a little worried about that. I don't think Deonna is going to drop the title because she still has to have that AAA match versus Fabi Apache title versus title. And they just announced today she's got a title versus title against Eva Lise in a independent show. So, you know what I mean? I have a hard time thinking she's going to drop it. I think she's going to beat the opponent, and I think there may be a surprise to come with it or something like that. I know we want to move on, but do you think there's a possibility it's Tessa Blanchard?
I think there's always a possibility. Listen, when the money gets low, people put their pride and feelings to the side. But I think she did Impact dirty, man. I think she did Impact dirty. And I don't know. I don't know. I would be surprised. I would be surprised. I think they're a fit, though. I can honestly say I think they're a fit. She doesn't appear to have anywhere else to go.
Right.
It's been a long time, and I think if anybody was gonna mess with her, they would have done it by now. Like I predicted after Impact fired her, she would have been on AEW in a week.
Yeah.
And that was dead wrong. But so yeah, I mean, like I think if anybody was gonna mess with her, they would have done it by now. So I think Impact needs women. Tessa could come back with a vengeance. And listen, Tessa versus Deonna, that's a money match. That's a money match. I'd put them both. That's your Bound for Glory co-main event right there. Who's the babyface? Beats me. But that certainly would be a match people want to see. Yeah. I mean, Tessa can work babyface. She's not a babyface.